What kind of a world do we want to see? Imagine this. When you open your window, would you rather see a clear sky or a gray haze? When you walk by a river, would you prefer to watch fish darting gracefully or garbage floating by? These seemingly ordinary scenes actually reflect a crucial choice in the nation's development. How should we coexist with nature in a proper way? Since the start of the reform and the opening up in 1978, China has always treated resource conservation and environmental protection as fundamental national policies and made sustainable development a national strategy. Yet, we have indeed paid an environmental price during our development. That's exactly why we are now putting so much effort into ecological conservation. The logic is simple. Just like a person who only focuses on work without exercise will eventually fall ill, a country that pursues economic growth at the expense of the environment will see its air, water, and land get sick. Over a decade ago, some regions in China did face such problems. Factory chimneys spewing black smoke, rivers littered with waste, and air so polluted that it hurt to breathe. That was when people realized that development shouldn't sacrifice the future. We must leave a clean world for future generations. This green transformation isn't as simple as planting more trees in city parks. It is more like a complete system overhaul. Simply put, the entire nation is adopting a new lifestyle and a new way of development, shifting from take as much as possible to take only what we need and recycle what we've used. This way, we hope that our skies will grow bluer, our waters clearer, and we will enjoy both the conveniences of development and the daily beauty of blue skies, white clouds, bird song, and insect hum. Next, I will share several real-life stories with you. Within these stories lie the secrets of China's green transition and the wisdom of human-nature coexistence. Let's step into this green revolution together and see how China is making green its beautiful signature hue. Lucid waters and lush mountains are invaluable assets. This captures traditional Chinese wisdom and embodies contemporary China's ecological philosophy. Since such invaluable assets are often described as mountains of gold and silver in Chinese language, this concept is commonly referred to as the two mountains theory. And our story begins in its birthplace, Anji, Zhejiang. Anji County in Zhejiang province is known for its vast bamboo forests. For a long time, the local economy relied heavily on bamboo harvesting. However, prolonged overexploitation badly hurt the ecosystem. This created a vicious cycle where environmental degradation led to more poverty. As a result, with government support, the villagers stopped traditional logging. They turned to bamboo tourism and selling processed products. This shift successfully preserved the environment while also generating solid economic gains. Today, Anji boasts dense bamboo groves, crystal clear streams, and thriving tourism. Villagers are enjoying both ecological and financial prosperity. A true win-win story. Zhejiang launched the Green Rural Revival Program in 2003, extending the dividends of green transformation to countless households. High-quality limestone is another treasure of Anji. Yucun Village once relied on cement plants and mines fueled by abundant limestone reserves. Most residents were employed in quarrying. Although these industries were profitable, they caused serious environmental damage. they left the village full of dust all year round, damaged the mountains with giant pits, and polluted the water with waste. Entering the new century, local authorities recognized the severe environmental costs and shuttered the mines and plants. Bao Xinming, then party branch secretary of Anji County, recalled, "Mines used to be a main source of livelihood for local people. However, after the mines were closed, villagers were left without any income. They had a lot of doubts and worries about this decision." The 2003 Green Rural Revival Program became Yucun's turning point. This project aimed to renovate approximately 10,000 incorporated villages with a particular focus on transforming around 1,000 central villages into models of moderate prosperity in all aspects. Key measures included river cleanup and addressing issues such as the prevalent use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Leveraging its ecology, Yucun developed signature industries like white tea production and chair manufacturing. By 2021, it was named one of the best tourism villages by the United Nations World Tourism Organization. During that year, the village attracted some 900,000 tourists, leading to an increase in the per capita annual income to 61,000 yuan. As of January 2023, the village has achieved the complete implementation of intelligent waste sorting management, with a participation rate of over 90% among rural households. Progress has also been made in soil and water conservation, with the conservation rate increasing from 84.5% in 2000 to 94.2% in 2022. Today, Yucun's terraced tea fields, flower seeds, and white-walled houses under black-tiled roofs have replaced smokestacks and derelict factories. On September 26, 2018, Zhejiang's Green Rural Revival Program was awarded the UN Champions of the Earth for inspiration and action. In early 2024, China formalized policies to scale up the program's success, advancing rural revitalization nationwide. Now, let's shift our focus from the south to northeast China and take a look at the green transformation of the old industrial base there. Heilongjiang, Jilin, and the Liaoning provinces are known as the cradle of modern Chinese industry. In the early years of the People's Republic of China, the government focused its investments here, building large-scale operations in energy, raw materials, and manufacturing. These projects helped build China's independent industrial system and a self-sufficient economy. But this came at a cost. The region's heavy reliance on polluting, energy-intensive industries left a lasting impact on the environment. At one point, smog choked many cities, rivers were polluted, and some areas were even called invisible from satellite due to severe air pollution. Daqing oil field located in Heilongjiang is the country's largest. Since it was discovered, it has produced more than 2.5 billion tons of crude oil, safeguarding China's energy security for over 60 years and contributing more than 3 trillion yuan in taxes. It's often called a symbol of northeast China's traditional industrial heritage. But today, Daqing is building on its existing resources and actively developing new energy projects such as solar and wind power. It has made new energy a central part of its core business strategy. The oil pumps are no longer Daqing's signature. Instead, vast solar farms have become the old oil field's new calling card. Daqing is located in the Aogula Wind Corridor, an area known for its long windy seasons and strong winds. This makes it one of China's 9 major wind power bases, each capable of producing more than 10 million kilowatts. Here, wind turbines generate electricity for more than 3,000 hours every year. The city also gets plenty of sunshine, with 2,600 to 2,842 hours of sunlight annually. Solar panels here operate efficiently for over 1,500 hours a year. Even better, Daqing's cooler temperatures actually help solar panels work more effectively, making it a great place to build various types of solar farms. Beyond wind and solar, Daqing has other key advantages: rich natural gas reserves, abundant land, and ready-to-use infrastructure. This combination creates unique opportunities to develop multiple new energy sources together. The oil field's integrated wind, solar, gas, storage, hydrogen model has taken shape, marking a critical step in transitioning from a traditional oil-gas enterprise to a comprehensive modern energy company, said Zhang He, General Manager of Daqing Oilfield Company Limited. The oil field will vigorously promote the integrated development of wind, solar, natural gas, and power generation, with a goal to increase the clean energy substitution rate to over 20%. Similar changes are taking place across northeast China, with blue skies and clear waters becoming part of everyday life again. Look at this picture. Off the coast of Liaoning province in northeast China, more than 300 massive wind turbines, each as tall as a 30-story building, rise from the Yellow Sea. This is the country's biggest single offshore wind project. It's projected to pump nearly 1.73 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity into the grid every year. In 2024, Liaoning saw both its installed capacity of clean energy and the share of clean energy in its total power generation surpass the 50% mark. This marks a major step forward in the province's clean energy development. In Jilin, another northeastern province, new energy now accounts for 40.4% of total installed power capacity, surpassing coal as the top energy source. Innovation drives green transformation. People in northeast China are empowering old industrial bases with new technology, new sectors, and greener environments, shedding the outdated black, bulky, heavy crude label. They are making efforts to build a vibrant green future. All right, we are going to shift our focus now to how China is managing its land use for ecological protection. One important effort is to make cities more compact, efficient, and environmentally friendly. This includes reorganizing industrial areas and improving urban planning, for example, by moving polluting facilities away from where people live. Now, let's take a closer look at how Beijing has put these ideas into practice. 20 kilometers west of Tiananmen Square in Beijing sits a century-old industrial base now known as Shougang Park. This industrial park was an old manufacturing hub founded in 1919, once home to massive steel plants. In the past, whenever winter arrived, the skies here would always turn gray. In order to improve the environmental quality, Beijing Shougang Group made the decision in 2005 to relocate its primary operations After Shougang's relocation, addressing soil pollution at the original site became a crucial step for the area's green transition. Shougang carried out a series of soil remediation projects, including building China's first thermal desorption facility. This facility can treat up to 180,000 tons of polluted soil every year. Additionally, the company completed ecological restoration in more than 10 key zones within the old plant area. Through continuous technological innovation, Shougang has established an efficient land pollution management system. The next question to answer was, what about the old facilities? Some suggested at the time, tear them down and build new towers. But insightful planners recognized the unique value of these steel giants. They thought, these blast furnaces are witnesses to history. Can we make them keep telling stories? Thus began a magical transformation. Designers repurposed former silos, which were once filled with raw materials for smelting iron. Workers carved beautiful circular openings into their walls, allowing sunlight to stream in. Old machinery and pipes were preserved in their original forms, but upgraded with solar power generation and rainwater collection systems. This site became the command center for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. Old structures gained new life. What's more, the green transformation of Shougang Park goes far beyond repurposing the industrial site. Environmental sustainability is reflected in every detail of the area. For example, the walking paths are lined with landscaped features made from reclaimed railway sleepers, and some of the lighting fixtures were saved from the old factory buildings. Old materials and equipment were also creatively reused and transformed into artistic pieces. The office buildings were equipped with advanced eco-friendly technologies, such as photovoltaic power generation, solar fiber optic lighting, negative pressure-free water supply systems, as well as rainwater collection and reuse systems. In February 2022, the Beijing Winter Olympics brought the most striking addition to the park, the big air ski jump, which was built right in front of the old massive cooling towers. It was the world's first permanently retained ski jump made of steel structures. Using a special type of independently developed steel, the project not only used 9.75% less steel than conventional designs would require, but also cut carbon emissions by about 950 tons. Since the last furnace was shut down in 2010, all the way to its dazzling moment during the 2022 Winter Olympics, Shougang Park now welcomes thousands of visitors every day. Its incredible transformation has quietly become part of the everyday rhythm of life in Beijing. I captured the stellar trail right at Shougang Park. Zhang Quanyue, a photography enthusiast who has lived in Beijing for over 30 years, was thrilled. Everyone in the photo community knows that capturing star trail images takes more than just skill. It takes a lucky set of conditions. There are a lot of factors that have to come together, but the absolute key is crystal clear air and excellent visibility, he said. In the past, he had only managed to shoot star trails far out in the suburbs, away from urban pollution. Being able to do it now right in Shougang Park made him really excited. It really shows Beijing's skies are getting clearer. Shougang Park's story tells us that old factories are not urban burdens, but precious treasures. Through ingenious transformation, these steel giants can be revitalized, preserving historical memory while creating a better life. When international friends see cafes beneath blast furnaces, art exhibitions inside silos, and ski slopes beside cooling towers, they will understand China's wisdom in ecological conservation and urban development. These three stories point to one core truth. China's green transformation is comprehensive, permeating every aspect of development. So, what are the ideas and principles driving this all-encompassing shift? We adhere to several key principles. Principle 1. People-centered approach. Energy and daily life are inseparable. China's transformation consistently places people's well-being at its core. The goal is to ensure everyone has convenient and reliable access to clean energy, improving quality of life and delivering tangible gains in happiness. Just as the Green Rural Revival Program in Zhejiang improved the rural environment, ultimately for the betterment of villagers' lives. Principle 2. Embracing green and low-carbon development. Green, low-carbon development is key on this journey. China places resource conservation first. We cherish every gram of coal, every drop of oil, every kilowatt-hour of electricity, and we try to maximize efforts to improve energy efficiency. At the same time, China actively develops renewable energy sources like wind and solar power. The goal is for clean, non-fossil energy to become the main source of power in the future. The transformation of Zhejiang Park stands as a model of this principle applied in urban space. Principle 3. Grounded in national conditions. China must rely on itself to achieve the green transition. This transformation cannot happen overnight. It must proceed steadily and in an orderly manner, building the new before phasing out the old. The phase-out of traditional energy sources like coal and oil must wait until new energy sources can reliably and securely take their place. Principle 4. Driving innovation. Innovation is the golden key to unlocking a green future. China is accelerating its innovation strategy, focusing efforts on overcoming core technological bottlenecks. Bold innovation is needed in energy technology, the industrial models, and business models. This enables new energy and related industries to become a new engine for upgrading the overall economy. It will also help create completely new and high-quality productive forces. The transformation of Northeast China's old industrial bases profoundly reflects this approach. Principle 5. Upholding openness and cooperation. Addressing climate change and promoting sustainable development are shared challenges for all humanity. Guided by the vision of a global community of shared future, China pursues high-standard opening up in the energy sector and strengthens international cooperation across the board. Its aim is to jointly explore new models of mutually beneficial, green, and low-carbon transformation. I will share more on this point in future lectures. Today, through 3 stories, we've shared glimpses of China's green transition. Zhejiang's Green Rural Revival Program making rural areas more beautiful and livable. Northeast China's old industrial bases seeking green renewal amidst challenges, and Beijing's Zhejiang Park transforming from an iron giant into a vibrant green urban space. China's green transformation is comprehensive, guided by our principles: people-centered, green and low-carbon, grounded in national realities, driven by innovation, and open and inclusive. We are steering all aspects of production and life toward greener, lower carbon, and more environment-friendly practices. This is about how we live, how we develop, and what kind of a world we aim to create for the future. Does anyone have similar examples from your own countries that come to mind?